Okay, so let's see if this is any better. Boy, it was working on the test. And you probably don't read lips, so this might be a little more challenging than we thought. Got it now? Yes? Okay. Um, so yay, you're able to hear me and see me? This is all good. Yes, yes. Okay, awesome. So, and when I do look off to the side, I'm trying to read the screen on the side of the board. So, what I'd love for you to do is let this time be about you. And if you want to remain anonymous, I'm absolutely happy with that. But I'd love to get into the juice of some of the challenges that you are currently facing. And let's use this as a teaching time and a teaching coaching tool so that we can move past some of the roadblocks, some of the barriers. Some of it, I call it you're stuck in the muck. So when you're stuck in the muck and not able to really make dynamic decisions for yourself, it's as if you're paralyzed. You're in a paralyzation stage in your life, and that never feels good. We're here. We want to be free. We want to be expressive. We want to experience life to its fullness. So if you are really game for it, share some of the challenges that you might be experiencing right now that you would love to be able to make some clear decisions, because clarity is key. But the first step in all of this is your awareness that in this particular area, you are feeling a sense of stuckness. Thank you so much for allowing me to ask you and invite you to share. So there's a couple people who have asked for specific areas. Feeling stuck in financial negotiations with others. So, so there again, um, what's got you? Are you feeling a sense of bewilderment, feeling lost, feeling a sense of um, confusion? You're perplexed. Is that anxiety? What is it that you're feeling stuck in that area? Where can you see that you are focused on at this particular time in this area? Are you focused on what's not working? What might not happen? Are you focused on a sense of lack, a sense of there's someone else that's got more power over you in that particular area? Um, so, okay, a sense of lack. So, so where is it that you might feel that sense? Because these are patterns, and what we're doing is breaking into some pattern interrupts. Where is it that you can let yourself look at other areas of your life and your belief about your life and your belief about yourself where you feel a sense of lack? And lack has so many different dimensions too. Lack is a sense of not enoughness. I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not smart enough. I don't have enough intelligence to figure this out. It's a not enoughness kind of energy that once again is underneath that challenge. And so when we get underneath it, we're actually excavating. We're like on an archaeological dig, and we're digging for other beliefs that you might have about yourself that you're not really even aware of. And so I just want to commend you for the courage to actually participate and play in this arena, because this obviously is an area where you'd like to feel a greater sense of success. And, you know, in the financial realm, when we have a greater sense of freedom, we can go more places, we can do more things, we can experience life to a greater dimension. So this is all about you. And I'm going to, you know, once again, keep it confidential, but this is an area that we all want to feel a greater sense of freedom. So if there's something that you can identify with, and I will continue to keep moving forward in that particular area, and once again, you could feel a sense of yourself that you're really not sure what's underneath it, because our belief about ourself is really so steeped in our subconscious mind that we're not even aware or sure of what is it that is underneath all of that. Do I feel like I just don't have enough resources, or I'm not intelligent enough, or I'm not resourceful enough? Because once you can identify that, then we can flip the switch and we can say, okay, so if I wasn't going to believe or buy into that sense of lack or limitation, and I really wanted to open myself up to a bigger truth, a bigger believing about myself and about this incredibly abundant universe, that really, once I decide that I want to live with greater financial freedom, everything starts to make itself known to you. The resources, the people, the money. And until and unless you make that decision, you're still stuck. So there's the Greek root of the word decide is to cut off from any other possibility. So if you're feeling a sense of lack or limitation in the area of your finances, decide that you want to feel something different, that you want to experience a greater sense of abundance and a greater sense of prosperity and a greater sense of believing in yourself to be able to create a whole nother level of the dynamics of that area of financial freedom. And what does that look like to you? So if we want to take a specific challenge, just even saying to yourself, in the area of finances, I'm going to make a new statement, a new declaration, that I am a prosperous, abundant being, capable of creating an additional $3,000 a month, because I believe and know that it's possible. So, and we're going to get into the power of affirmations next month when I'm back from Greece. So we're going to just dive into this area of decisions and decision making. But I want you to keep sharing with me if some of these concepts are actually stimulating some ideas in your mind to open you up to a new, bigger believing about yourself. Or if there's some questions that you're still, wanting some answers and solutions to, please type that in. And allowing yourself, yes, I am capable of creating a prosperous lifestyle. Yes, you are. And that powerful decision, the single mental move that can solve enormous challenges and problems and create an incredibly abundant life for yourself is to decide. Because once you decide and you cut off from any other possibility, I am going to Greece. And I am taking a group of amazing, amazing gods and goddesses for 2 weeks. and once I decided, everything started lining up. And when you look at the formula of the power of you making a decision for yourself and then watching the steps of how that unfolds for you, once you have this formula, you can't ever not have this formula. This is a formula for success that is, for me, the foundation of all of my coaching programs. The foundation of success is to decide on your life, to decide on your dreams, to decide on for you, to decide for yourself. So as we continue to move forward, I'm going to change this mode because there's a Q&A thing in front of me. And so I want to make sure that you can still hear me. So if somebody, one of one of the dozens of you that are here with us today, if you could say, And I'm just going to keep practicing and keep getting better at using this particular tool. So as you start listening for all of the different ways that you are making decisions, it's not hard to make decisions once you know what your values are. So looking at what are your values? What's important to you? Are you focused on your relationships right now? We're focused on our I apologize for not understanding the technology of this so that it's smooth for all of you. But we're back. So what are the values? What are your highest values? And throughout our life, our values change. When I was raising young children, and my children are now 29 and 31. So they've been out of the nest for a long time, but when they were young, my values were all about family, being a Girl Scout leader and being the room mother and all the things that go along with being a really hands-on mother that just adored my children. And I still do. Now they're in their lives and they're young adults and they're creating all kinds of things in their life. So my values change. So what are your values right now that are important to you? Are you raising young children? Are you in a transitional phase in your life where you're going from one career to another, or one relationship? Maybe you have been married for 20 plus years, and now there seems to be a real shift in what's going on in you, and the relationship seems to be at a place of transition. I was married for 22 years, and when we had decided that we were complete, once again, another decision, we decided that we were complete in that relationship. And it's been an amazing 10-year journey since we decided that. So what decisions are you making now that are in alignment with your highest values? Maybe you're changing careers. And I know many of my clients, my biggest focus in my life coaching is helping people through transitional times. And so when you're looking at where you are or where you've been and where you'd love to go, there's a gap in between there. And this is where those decisions that you're making, you want them to be in alignment with your highest good. So, yeah, so I'm also hearing often values conflict with each other or change. Yes, they do. And it's about getting crystal clear with who you are and what's most important to you. So this is also extraordinarily important in the decision-making process. Trust yourself. Trust the voice of your own heart above the voice of others. So when you allow yourself to refuse to let others influence you, or even unhappy people, negative people, or circumstances. Circumstances are those things around you to affect or influence the choices and decisions that you are making, coming from that place of trusting yourself. And this takes courage. It took courage for me to say I was complete in this marriage, because my family of origin had a belief that I had adopted that was, you stay married until death do you part. And that we had been to 5 different marriage counselors over the course of almost 15 years, and we kept finding our way back to each other, and we worked on it, and that was a decision. And when we came to that final decision, it was because I had to look inside my own heart and feel what it was that were my core values, my beliefs. And my beliefs were that even though I honored my parents and my family values, I had a different belief that I had to really get confident in. And it was that I believed that in this form, our relationship was complete. And the death of the relationship was what assisted me in making the decision for myself to move forward in my life. So, looking at what are some of the beliefs that you have adopted because they came from your family of origin, they come down generation to generation, and because you are now at a crossroads in your life and you're looking at making some decisions, look inside of your heart, look inside of yourself and say, where is that decision coming from? Is it coming from an old belief system that I took on from my family? Is that something that I still believe in? And we can grow out of beliefs. We can allow ourselves to build a bigger believing based on how we are continuously evolving, moving, growing in our personal growth and development. That's what this is all about. This is all about you and where you are now and where you see that you want to go. And what challenges, what roadblocks, what's in the way of you being able to say yes to you. And these are muscles. These are mental muscles that you need to build for yourself in order to continue to move and grow and evolve in the areas that matter most to you. So, knowing your values, trusting yourself, because you know more than you think. And you have power within you that you haven't even tapped into. My spiritual life coach, Mary Morrissey, would say, we're all just living pygmy versions of ourselves. If we had any idea how amazingly powerful we are, it would frighten us. It would scare us. And so we want to keep incrementally moving up the ladder of allowing ourselves to make more dynamic decisions every single day. And the truth is, you're making decisions in a minute. You made a decision to come onto this webinar today. Something drew you here. And you are a tip of the arrow person that has said, I need to learn more. I need to understand myself. We're here to really know thyself. And actually, we're going to go to the Oracle at Delphi and lead some amazing ceremonies. And it was etched in stone. To know thyself is the most powerful understanding of why we're here, why we're having this experience, this human experience at this time. To know thyself. So as you start knowing thyself and trusting yourself, the voice of your heart above all others, it will allow you and assist you in making more dynamic decisions every single day. So as we continue to move forward and allowing yourself, once again, when you are looking at some of the decisions you're making, you want to ask yourself, am I making those decisions from a level of fear or anxiety or worry or doubt? Or am I making those decisions based on what I would love? Remember, love is the most creative, powerful force in the universe. It is the most powerful force. And so, deciding to live your dreams, deciding to trust yourself and the voice of your own heart, what matters most to you? And how is it that you can say, what matters most to me? Maybe you are in a career change. So if there are any of these 4 areas that you would like to examine even further right now, shoot a text to me. Let me just have an opportunity to really experience an opportunity to really address some specific issues that are going on for you. And we've been talking about the area of money. What is it that you believe is possible? And we go through incremental growth, because to go from, say, earning $50,000 a year to this year I'm going to earn $500,000 a year, there's a gap in between there that your nervous system hasn't caught up with. And so it doesn't really buy into or really believe that that's possible. So you want to incrementally continue to build a bigger believing. These are muscles that you're building in your heart, muscles that you're building in your mind. And like I said, making decisions, deciding that you are absolutely committed and confident that you are ready for this next phase, this next level of your life to unfold in ways that you have not given yourself permission to do up until now, to experience. You're like, oh, this is fine. This is good enough. I'm just I feel safe here. Maybe you're safe in a relationship that's not really feeling fulfilling or life-giving. Maybe you're in a career that you know that you're kind of a soldier and you could do this job in your sleep, but you're not really feeling much growth, much personal satisfaction anymore, because you're not being challenged. And so there's areas of our life where we say, I choose to want to have a greater challenge. Because as Bob Proctor says, if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space. We want to challenge ourselves. I'm challenging myself with this webinar, and technology is not my strong suit, and my amazing virtual assistant Barb is helping me with different areas, and she happens to be on vacation, so I'm not able to tap into her brilliance. So thank you for your patience, all of you today, for allowing me to step into my challenge with technology. And so we can look at all kinds of areas that you want some growth. You want some real experiences of success. And what does that look like for you? What would you love your health and well-being to look like? Would you like to feel vibrant and healthy? Would you like to know that the choices, the decisions that you're making for the foods that you're eating, for the exercise that you're giving yourself every single day, for even your mental and your spiritual health by jumping into these programs and challenging yourself with some new ideas that you can once again apply to the areas of your life that you would love to see some greater success, that you would love to see some changes, because you know it's time. You've been kind of in this stuck in the muck feeling for a while, and you don't want to feel that way anymore. You want to feel joyous. You want to feel happy. You want to feel a sense of you are creating the life that you truly love by every single decision that you make. Wow. I mean, how powerful you are to be able to decide something new in this moment. The moment you decide, the moment she decides, I'm going to Greece next year. I am with you on this journey. The moment she decided that, all kinds of things. She's allowing the challenge, the constructs of her mind, the ideas to formulate. How is it that she's going to be able to do this? Ooh, I could tap into that. Oh, I could start a new account that's for my Greece trip, my journey into the mystical experience of this sacred land. And it's all about me because I decided that I want to have that experience. So what is it that you want to decide for yourself right now? Right this moment. Because in this moment, your entire life can change. Because you decided. Because you made a decision. And you made a decision based on what you would love to create in your life. Decide you're going to do it. And decide to go all in. And I want to say, do this takes courage. Tap into that part of your heart, la cour, of the heart. That is what matters most to you. It's intimately connected to your values, intimately connected to your purpose on this planet. And as you continue to make you the most interesting subject to know thyself, and what is it that you are experiencing in your life that you can step back and say, okay, so if the thoughts that I'm thinking are creating the results called my life, and they're not exactly what I would really love, then what decision can you make in this moment that you say, I want vibrant health? I'm going to decide today, in this moment, to eat more vibrant, healthy foods, grown in and organic, grown in the earth, closer to nature. I'm going to eliminate some processed foods. I'm going to make more dynamic decisions every single day that support that. I want to feel more vibrantly healthy. And maybe I'm going to walk an extra mile every day because I want to feel that vibrant and that healthy. And while I'm walking, I'm going to repeat in my mind the visions and the dreams that I have decided about that really light me up, that really give me life. Because you want your dream to just make you jump out of bed. You want your visions to just absolutely illuminate how you feel all throughout the day. And I have affirmations in my vision statement all around me. I have spiritual practices that I'm engaged in, and I decided that this is how I was going to live. Because how the results I was experiencing once I made these decisions were so profound that it made me want to do them over and over and over again. So looking at the habits that you have and the practices that you are engaged in on a regular basis that are creating more dynamic results for you because you decided that, wow, I'm choosing to get really crystal clear on the vision that I have for my life in all the areas that matter most to me. And I'm going to read my vision statement every morning and every night out loud. Make that decision for yourself. Make that decision. And if you're not clear on where you're going, what's next for you, tap in and go into allowing yourself to even make a decision that you want to love your life now, that you want to feel really good about the decisions that you're making and the life that you're living. And the most important thing that Bob Proctor shared while he was my spiritual coach and my mentor was that as you decide for yourself what's most important to you, the clarity, the confidence, the courage is all a byproduct of all of that. And it goes hand in glove with the entire aspect of the journey. And so making those decisions allows you to take control of your life, to sit actually in the driver's seat of your life and not in the passenger seat. Because when you're sitting in the passenger seat, there's all kinds of excuses that we say, well, this isn't happening because that person or this thing or my boss or my this. Whatever is after because is actually the fuel that's keeping you stuck. So you want to get clear on your vision, on what matters most to you, and allowing yourself to really stretch beyond your current situation so that you can feel that sense of vibrancy, that sense of aliveness, that sense of, oh, I don't have to do it perfect. I just have to start. I just have to decide that I'm worth it, that I deserve to live the most healthy, joyous, vibrant life possible. Because the truth is, this is not a dress rehearsal. This is your life right now, experiencing everything that you are deciding to experience. And I'm going to go into a deeper teaching next month also about the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, because some of the decisions that we're making aren't conscious. We're not consciously aware of some of the things, the choices that we're making, because it's so ingrained in us that we really don't know what belief underneath in that subconscious mind is actually driving the decisions that we're making. And so one of the things that I would love to offer each and every one of you is an opportunity to have a one-on-one 30-minute break-free session to get crystal clear on where you are now, and where you see yourself, even if you only have an inkling of what you would love to create in your life. The most important thing is that you're continuously asking yourself the question, am I ready? Am I ready to love my life now? Now. And making that decision. Like I said, we are all creating another year of life. And if we got together on June 24th, 2016, and we all were describing the life that we're living and that we lived over the course of that year, it's all based on the decisions that you're making and the decisions you're making today. And you have the power to make a decision for yourself, for your finances, for your for your health and well-being. And yes, happy people are successful. It's better to be happy and create than to seek merely to be successful. I absolutely agree with you. So choosing and deciding to be happy. And what does happiness mean to you? That's an individual thing. The things that make me happy are different than the things that make you happy. And you want to know what makes you happy. I love that song, Because I'm Happy. And you want to know what makes you happy and do more of that. And stay connected to more of that. Stay connected to more of what is it that you would love to create in your life that's bringing you greater joy, that's bringing you more abundance of all things, abundance of health and well-being and also success. And success also is a individualized definition. Success is doing what makes you happy and living a life that makes you feel totally free, a great sense of fulfillment, and a great sense of fun or joy or happiness. That's really ultimately what we all want. And then uniquely and individually, you want to tap into what that looks like for you. And then once again, continuously do more and more and more of that. So I want to open it up for questions once again. What's the single area that you would love to feel a great sense of an opportunity to make some really dynamic decisions for yourself today that can change the trajectory of your entire life? And I've mentioned several of them, your health and well-being and the ideas and the opportunities for you to decide to be more financially free and decide what that means to you and decide to declare what that desire looks like and make an affirmation that really does support a level of success in that area that matters most to you. And then if you've gotten any value of today's webinar, please don't keep me a secret. Share an idea on my Facebook page. Share me with your friends. Put a link onto your Facebook page. I'm just here to love and support you through everything that you are wanting to experience a greater sense of yourself and a greater sense of your life and the power that you wield within your mind and your heart to truly create a life that you truly love. And there's all kinds of yummy things also on my website, janetgracenelson.com. There's all kinds of additional free webinars and all kinds of things that support your success in all the areas that matter most to you. And like I said, don't keep me a secret. We're going to continue these weekly webinars when I get back from Greece. I'm going to be sharing some concepts. Like my page on Facebook. Share some ideas. I would love to continue to support you in every way that I can. So if a break-free session is something that feels next for you, and you and I have a one-on-one 30-minute conversation that is all about you and where you are and where you see yourself going and how I can support you on that journey, I am here for you. And so if there's nothing else, jump in. If there's a question or a comment that you want to share, there's lots of you that have that shared many concepts today. I know that the challenges that you're going through are also known as stepping stones. So what stepping stones are you going through right now that you can make some more dynamic decisions to allow them to really break free you in an area that you are going to experience a greater sense of freedom and fulfillment and fun. And know that you are in the driver's seat of your own life. You are the one that's making these dynamic decisions. And it starts with you, and it also is the place and the area where you can start trusting yourself more. Start believing in yourself. Make a bigger commitment to the visions and the dreams that you hold for your life. And then watch as the practices that you are putting in place every single day, reading your vision statement, getting crystal clear on the ideas and the concepts and the areas that you are deciding are most important. And they're based on the values of what is truly of the highest and most important area of your life at this time. And 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 really build that bigger believing in you, because you have the answers for yourself. And it's about asking and entertaining even more dynamic questions that are taking you to the next level of your life and all the things that matter most to you. So once again, Janet Grace Nelson here, spiritual life coach. I am here to love and support you on your journey of life expansion. Thank you all so much. Stepping stones are a great concept. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you all. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you, everyone that is here on this call. All of you that are live streaming on the phone. I love you all, and I wish all of you an opportunity to make dynamic decisions that support your loving your life every single day. Thanks so much. Bye for now. Peace and richest blessings. Namaste.